where we're at right now is Finance Committee report. And I'm trying to navigate. This is still looking a little different to me, but I'll get it. So, Laura, are you on? So I'm not hearing, and I think she asked if she couldn't get on, that Member Bolter was going to take the point on the report. Michelle?
Brittany, can you hear me?
Oh,
sounds like
Yes,
Laura
we
might
can.
be on.
Yeah, I'm on and I'm ready.
oh, Laura, you're there. Okay.
Yes.
So
Okay,
on
here we go.
on our screen, we get to, is somebody going to open up on your report the actionable, or do I need to follow on my own script? I guess I can do
We
my
usually
own.
follow on our own, except I have one amendment to make. So
We don't have room for that, do we? I'm just teasing. Okay, so
Okay. All right.
So the first act we're dealing with the action that came out of committee.
Correct.
So you're on 9.4.
Okay. We're going to start with 9.7. Utah Schools Information System, or the USIMS monthly review. So the committee moves that the board approve that modifications to and/or programming of the legacy system cease unless required by law or USBE rule to ensure maximum focus on and resources to the USIMS project.
Okay, I'm slow. I just got mine back up. Okay. Was the motion before, is this what you just said? The motion before the board is that the board approve the modifications to and/or programming of legacy systems cease unless required by law or USBE rule to ensure maximum focus on and resources to the USIMS project. Is that where we're at? Okay.
Correct.
You went down to 7. Okay, that's the motion before the board. Any discussion to the motion?
There are no hands.
Okay. We'll vote on this. This will be a roll call. The motion before the board, that the board approve the modification to and/or programming of legacy systems. That the board approve the modifications to and/or programming of legacy systems cease unless required by law or USB rule to ensure maximum focus on and resources to the USIMS project. Okay. Chair Belknap.
Aye.
Member Bolter.
Aye.
Member Cannon.
Aye.
Vice Chair Cummins.
Aye.
Member Davis.
Aye.
Member Earl.
Aye.
Member Gravitt.
Aye.
Member Hanson.
Aye.
Member Haynes.
Aye.
Member Lear.
Aye.
Member Marsh.
Aye.
Member Nielsen. Scott. Member Nielsen. Member Newell.
Aye.
Member Thorpe.
Aye.
And Member Huntsman's and I. Voting was unanimous. Okay, please.
Thank you. Okay. 9.8, the Common Education Data Standards, or the SEEDS, update and review and approval the data elements. The committee moves that the board approve the implementation and use of specific data elements to ensure compliance for federal and state reporting.
Okay, the motion, the motion before the board approved the implementation and use of specific data elements to ensure compliance for federal and state reporting. Discussion to the motion.
No hands.
Okay, let's vote. All in, let's say, not all in favor. Chair Belknap, sorry.
Yes.
Member Bolter,
Aye.
Member Cannon,
Can you hear me? Aye.
Vice Chair Cummins,
Aye.
Member Davis,
Aye.
Member Earl,
No.
Member Gravitt, Member Gravitt. I'll come back.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Member Hanson,
Aye.
Member Hanson. Okay. Member, oh, there we go. Member Hanson. Thank you. Member Haynes,
Aye.
Member Lear,
Aye.
Member Marsh,
Aye.
Member Nielsen, Member Newell,
Aye.
Member Thorpe,
Aye.
and Member Huntsman's an aye. Motion passes. Please continue.
Thank you, Chair. We're on 9.11, R 277419, pupil accounting. The committee moves that the board approve R 277-419 on second and final reading.
Did you say the draft? Will you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, the board approved draft 2 R 2774119 on second and final reading. And I'm not sure when, because I have an amendment, Chair, for
Okay, the committee moves that the board approve R 277-419 on second and final reading. Discussion?
Chair, just make sure,
I have
was that,
one, but
was that stated as draft 2?
isn't it supposed to be draft? Yeah, isn't it? I'm showing draft 2.
Yeah, please clarify, are we draft 2 or draft 3 that we're considering?
Chair?
it's
this
draft
is-
2.
Okay, so when coming out of committee, wasn't it the board approved R 277-419 draft 2 on second and final reading?
Correct.
Okay, I'll restate the motion. The motion before the board is that the board approve R 277-419 draft 2 on second and final reading. Discussion to the motion.
Yes, Chair, I'd like to make an amendment to that motion, please.
Okay,
Thank you. I'd like to make amendment that the board approve draft 3. The only change to that is, oh, that's my motion, my amendment first.
okay, then we'll have you speak to it. We have a proposed amendment to substitute draft 2 with draft 3. Is there a second?
Second.
Second was,
Cummins.
who did the second?
Cummins.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion to the motion? Chair Belknap? Chair Belknap?
I'm sorry, Chair, are we voting?
No, discussion to the motion.
Okay, oh, the discussion to it. Sorry, I lost it for a minute. Highlighted, 411 and 412. And if Angie could speak to that, that would be great if we would need clarification.
Okay, was it states in 411? Oh, go ahead. So somebody can speak?
I can, Chair Huntsman.
Okay, Angie?
Thank you. Angie Stallings, Deputy Superintendent of Policy. The language on lines 411 and 412 of draft 3 are the only additions, and we as staff recommended this change since the committee meeting. After the committee meeting, we had a number of questions from LEAs and schools wondering if they had submitted a continuity of education plan, if they could go ahead and just end school early this year on their own, at their own discretion. And so this rule clarifies the intent of submitting a continuity of education plan is that you continue to provide educational services through the end of your regular school year calendar that the LEA had adopted. And that's all the information I have, but I'm happy to help answer
Between
questions.
draft 2 and draft 3.
Yes.
This is speaking to the motion of substituting draft 3 with, or substituting draft 2 with draft 3. Any discussion to the proposed amendment?
Board Member Davis,
Davis? Member Davis?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Just to clarify, just want to make sure I'm understanding right. When we say providing educational services, several schools and districts have plans to finish grading. You know, grades may be due the week before the last day of school, like a normal school year, but then they have celebratory activities together online or last minute interventions or extensions. Is that if there are no new assignments given, that's not, how are we defining educational services is my question.
And I can speak to that,
Yes.
Board Member Chair. Thank you. And I know that Superintendent Dixon would be happy to support also, but that is really up to the locals to determine what providing educational services look like and how and when they provide instruction, when they stop maybe their online instruction or new instruction, and maybe they provide time for review, or as you mentioned, time for those celebratory online experiences or checking in of Chromebooks and other devices. So that would be all part of providing educational services, as well as providing food or continuing their lunch and breakfast programs. So that would all, we're not dictating, this does not dictate how that instruction is provided or at what point they stop providing new content or requiring new material.
Did that answer your question? Did you have a follow-up, Board Member Davis?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Board Member Earl has a hand.
Board Member Earl? Board Member Earl?
Sorry, I could not get it to come up with my name again. Hear me okay now?
Yes.
Okay, I was just, and I'm just sharing our experience with family, but I've been appreciative that the last week or so in a couple of my kids' classes, they've recommended that those that need to continue to catch up on a few things or finish up some items, that would be some of those services that would be rendered that week. So I'm just giving an example of some I've seen firsthand that I've been appreciative of the ability to do that. So.
Okay. Any other discussion to the proposed amendment? Okay, let's vote on the proposed amendment. And the proposed amendment is to substitute draft 2 with draft 3. Okay, let's vote on it. Chair Belknap.
Yes.
Member Bolter.
Aye.
Member Cannon.
Aye.
Member Cummins.
Yes.
Sorry, Vice Chair Cummings. Member Davis,
Yes.
Member Earl,
Yes.
Member Gravitt,
Yes.
Member Hanson,
Yes.
Member Haynes,
Yes.
Member Lear, Member Marsh,
Yes.
Member Nelson. I don't think he's come on back on. Member Newell,
Yes.
Member Thorpe,
Yes.
Member Huntsman's a yes. Voting is unanimous to the amendment. So if we go back to the memo, if I can. Okay, thank you. So the motion before the board is that the board approve R277-419 draft 3 on as amended on second and final reading. Did I state that correctly? I think I did.
I think just draft 3.
Just draft 3.
Yeah.
Just draft 3 without any amendment. So motion before the board is the board approve R277-419 draft 3. Okay, let's vote. Chair Belknap,
Yes.
Member Bolter,
Yes.
Member Cannon,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cummins,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cummins.
Yes.
Thank you. Member Davis,
Yes.
Member Earl,
Yes.
Member Gravitt,
Yes.
Member Hanson,
Yes.
Member Haynes,
Yes.
Member Lear, Member Lear,
Yes.
Member Marsh,
Yes.
Member Newell,
Yes.
Member Thorpe,
Yes.
and Member Huntsman. Motion carries unanimously. Please continue.
Thank you, Chair. 9.12, the final action on state special ed amount owed by AISU. The committee moves that the board approve reducing the set-aside balance from the state charter school board budget from $425,689.28 to $125,000 and have the state charter school board provide recommendations on how to settle that balance.
Okay, the motion before the board is that a board approve reducing the set aside balance from the state charter school board budget from $425,689.28 to $125,000 and have the state charter school board provide recommendations on how to settle that balance. Discussion?
Board Member Earl.
Okay, Board Member Earl?
Sorry, I have not taken my hand down. I apologize.
Okay.
Board Member Lear.
Board Member Lear?
Yes, a question, please, for perhaps for Laura. When you say settle, you mean ask the charter board what programs the board would not fund or would prefer not to fund? Is that what you mean by settle, or do you mean something else?
Maybe settle wasn't the perfect word here in our motion, but we want to get the state charter school board to give us recommendations on how to accept or use or provide for that balance. And if somebody else has something else they want to bring up, that'd be great.
And follow up, please, Chair.
Yes.
And I'm sorry to belabor. I just want to understand. But what you are saying is you want to have a recommendations from the charter board staff and members about programs would not be funded because of the use of that, or how, is that what you're saying, Laura?
Well,
I don't know that I'm saying that. Deborah, do you have some input?
I'm the one that made the motion. I could give some input.
Please.
Hey, the motion is I made the motion because we took a reserve of $425,000 plus against one of their line items, and there's outstanding because we've collected monies, and there's some other little monies out there too that might come in to reduce that 125. But right now that amount that we haven't been able to collect is 125,000. And our request is to the State Charter School Board is, do they have any recommendations at all of how to get that down to zero? And how they do it, what they do, it's an open discussion. They may choose to say, oh, we'll get it from this fund or that fund. We don't know. We've encumbered a lot of their budget, and then we reduced it down to the 125, and and the motion was to seek input from them or direction on how to settle that or get that down to zero. So how they go about, it's wide open. We were in our discussion, and then the motion was not specific.
Go ahead. I think I understand. I just want to make sure we remember this discussion when we come to a later board discussion item. Thank you.
Okay. Well, this whole experience of that encumberment, I don't think anyone's going to forget. So for a while. So let me restate the motion. Is there any other discussion?
Board Member Davis?
Member Davis?
So just in my head, is part of the motion reducing the encumberment, or has the reduction already happened? And then the part of the motion we're looking for is to seek feedback. And what would the status quo be if this did not pass?
Chair, do you want me to answer that?
Please do.
Board Member Davis, we have not released or unencumbered that 425,000, et cetera. And so what we would do is reduce that so that it would be back in the State Charter School Board's usage, I guess is how you'd say it, that they can use it. It's not encumbered any longer, but we would also remain encumbered $125,000, which is what we still owe on this AISU.
And the reason this is, if I might speak to this, the reason this is in a motion because a motion from our board encumbered the 425. So so it takes a motion to reduce that or change that. So now they have basically $300,000 on that particular line item to use for betterments in the charter community. So it's a little bit of a reconciliation, but that doesn't take it clear to zero. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
There are no other hands, Chair.
Okay. All right. So the motion before the board and we're going to vote on it, is that the board approve reducing the set aside balance from the State Charter School Board budget from $425,689.28 to $125,000, and have the State Charter School Board provide recommendations on how to settle the balance. So let's vote. Chair Belknap.
Yes.
Member Bolter.
Yes.
Member Cannon.
Yes.
Was that a yes? Member Cannon? Vice Chair Cummins?
Yes.
Oh, was that Member Cannon,
My vote is yes.
okay. Vice Chair Cummins,
Yes.
Member Davis,
Yes.
Member Earl,
Yes.
Member Gravitt,
Yes.
Member Hanson,
Yes.
Member Hanson,
Yes.
Member Haynes,
Yes.
Member Lear,
Yes.
Member Marsh,
Yes.
Member Newell,
Yes.
Member Thorpe,
Yes.
Member Huntsman's yes. Voting is unanimous.
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to thank Michelle Bolter for being prepared to do this if I didn't have service today, and that concludes the report from the Finance Committee.
Okay, thank you.